right, and fresh off that ESPYs win, Steph Curry joins us on behalf of the American Century Championship in Lake Tahoe. Steph, we'll talk about your competition in just a moment, but let's talk about your teammate KD. Everybody's talking about Peyton roasting him in his opening monologue. Do you really think KD was in on that joke? And if so, how in on that joke was he?
I think KD's a great actor. I don't know the backstory. I didn't talk to him before the ESPYs, but I've seen Thunderstruck, so if he had to put on that face, he's pretty good at it.
Now, you went through some criticism after you guys lost the championship last year. Obviously, KD went through a lot of criticism for merely joining you guys. What advice have you given him about how to handle all of that?
They're going to build you up to break you down. There's going to be noise all around you, whether you know, especially a guy at his level. You know, they're going to try to find things that are going to try to poke and prod and distract you from who you are, who you know you are, and what you're about. So I don't think he needed to hear that from me, but you know, what we do for a living, how we're, you know, up front and center and under the microscope, you know, that stuff happens. But at the end of the day, all you can control is what you do on the court, how you carry yourself. And I think he's done an amazing job doing that his entire career, really, but especially this last year. And you know, he's a champ now, and we're all happy to play with him, and hopefully continue to do great things together, and have each other's back.
One more KD question. Steve Curry likened him to Tim Duncan for taking a pay cut to help keep the core, keep the team together. What'd you think about that? What'd you think about that move of his?
Yeah, I know Tim Duncan's story kind of vaguely, but I know for KD, he had a direct impact on allowing us to sign or to keep Andre and Sean and do some other moves that will help keep our core together. So I think he understood that responsibility and the way that, you know, all the stuff when the salary cap works, that that would be a huge help. And it talks about our, you know, the ethos of our team and the identity that we have going forward. And we got our squad back for the most part. We got a couple more moves hopefully, and we'll be back.
Speaking of the salary cap, though, again, congratulations on your 5-year deal. Long underpaid, so congratulations on getting what you deserve. LeBron tweeted in response to your contract and the Warriors being worth $2.6 billion. He tweeted, "Why is there a salary cap on how much a player should get?" He said that you should be getting $400 million this summer over 5 years. What changes would you like to see to the salary cap, and what do you think about what LeBron said about you?
I mean, it's a fair point. I think there's arguments on both sides, and we could sit here for hours and hours debating it and the difference between basketball, and I know there's a lot of talk now about NFL players getting more of the pot and things like that, which are great conversations to have because sports are so popular right now, and you know, the players have everything to do with that, and the work that they put in, the talent that they have, and so yeah, I don't think it's anybody, you know, being called greedy saying that we should, you know, be making more and this and that. If there's you know, should be no salary cap and a free open market for players to earn what the market says they should. But the situation now is there's not, and so we work through that until things change. And I think the fact that the conversations, you know, starting and happening and things like that in all different sports is great for the players to have a voice and try to you know, better their situation.
You just discussed a moment ago about how KD taking less money allowed you guys to keep your core intact. A lot of teams this offseason have been making moves as well, trying to catch you guys.
For you.
You have Paul George with the Thunder now, Jimmy Butler in Minnesota, the Rockets with Chris
Melo
Paul.
maybe.
Melo might be joining them. What was there one move that you saw and you thought, huh, that's interesting? What caught your eye, basically?
I mean, anytime you see any of those, you know, stars changing teams and you see a new face in a new place with new jerseys on, it's always weird, and until you get used to it when the season starts, because right now it's all, you know, on paper type situations. But I mean, obviously we've had battles with the Clippers for years, and CP is a fixture of what Clipper basketball is, and to see him in a different place is is weird, but it's one that I'm sure we'll get adjusted to. We'll have to understand what it's like to play against those two guys down in Houston, as well as the rest of the moves that you talked about. And for us in the Western Conference, obviously, every night is going to be tough and challenging and competitive. And I think it's great for the game the way that it's going, and I think it'd be great if we can stay on top.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb, make a bold prediction, and say you guys will make the playoffs next year. But it is going to be very difficult for those other 7 teams in the Western Conference, to your point. Conversations about whether or not, given the talent influx or migration to the West, whether or not there needs to be realignment for the playoffs. Would you be in favor of just going 1 through 16 independent of conference?
I actually like that idea, and I know that's been talked about a lot just because, I mean, I know that the big deterrent probably is the travel and how you divide up the games and series if you have DC playing Portland type situation. So that's tough to work through. But the competitive balance of seeing how all the teams stack up through the 82 game regular season, there might be a creative way to mix that up. But that's above my pay grade. So I'm gonna just play whoever the schedule says. And like I said, hopefully win more than we lose.
Above your pay grade. Your old pay grade, maybe, not
right,
the new
not
one.
The new one. As we mentioned to people, you're at the.
All right, we tell the truth. Keep it 100.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to stunt sometimes.
Okay.
Steph.